Today we are talking about detoxing, what it is, what it's not, and some of the misconceptions around detoxing that need to be addressed because there is a piece to the puzzle that nobody is talking about. I'm Lila, this is the Living Wellness Lounge. Thank you for being here today. I'm a clinical herbalist and functional nutrition practitioner who helps people with chronic and mysterious symptoms finally find relief. And I am a little sick and tired of all of the misinformation out there. To be a consumer looking for health in today's climate looks to be one of the most overwhelming things ever. It's a big question of who to believe, who is right. Some people are shouting the loudest. Is it them? What's going on? What do we need to do? And what do we need to know? So today we are demystifying one of those subjects, and that is detoxifying. Some people are saying you need to detox, get on this cleanse, get on this juice cleanse, do a parasite cleanse, all these things that involve cleansing and detoxing. And then we have this other side of the paradigm who says that's all bullshit. We don't need to detox. Our body already detoxes, and this isn't relevant. This is for money. And so we're going to tackle who's right, where the truth actually lies, and what you need to know about detoxing should you be interested. And yes. So first of all, let's just talk about what detoxing is, because from the very beginning, this is something that's misunderstood and people get wrong. So our body has two main functions. That's it. At the end of the day, it does two things. It builds and it detoxes. It builds and maintains bodily functions and tissues, and then it removes the waste. And what is happening in our current modern society is we have more waste that is happening in our body than our body is able to get rid of. And that is when we are becoming toxic and where the need to detox comes from. So normally we eat a diet, and there are building things in our diet, and there's things that help our body detox and move waste out of our bodies. But our diets have become not great, and we have all these extra environmental exposures and toxins and stressors added to our body. And so what's happening is two things. Our body is built up a lot of what I'm going to call toxins that it needs to get rid of, but it's also depleted. So its two main functions it's struggling to perform, the building and the detoxing. Because when we are depleted, we do not have the building materials to build and to maintain the functions of the body. And then when we have all this extra waste to manage and things aren't moving right, our body's not functioning properly, then we have this buildup. So 100% across the board, if you're living in a modernized nation, chances are you need to detox. That is just seems to be part of the course with modern living today. We're doing a lot of things that have removed how our bodies would act in a natural setting. We're moving less, we're eating more, but we're eating the wrong kinds of foods. We are getting exposed to more chemicals and toxins our body is not used to having to deal with. And this bucket of things inside our body is just overflowing. So that side of the puzzle is absolutely true and accurate. Most people are dealing with that and living in that space and do need to do some detoxing. But we can't talk about that with addressing the other piece of the puzzle, and that is that we are depleted. So remember, our body has two jobs, to build and to detox. And when we detox, it's a depleting process in general. It takes from the body, right? If we're removing, we're not building. So our bodies are in a state where they need both. They need both badly for most of us, especially if we're dealing with any chronic health issues. But we don't have the building material to build and keep a maintained body. And so when we detox, we're further depleting ourselves. Now, when we do more building activities, right, we're nourishing, we're bringing in nourishment and building blocks for our body to do those things and build and maintain, our body isn't able to detox because we're in the building phase, right? We're bringing things in and it makes it harder to get things out. So we're in this little paradigm struggle, right? We have these two competing things that need to happen in the body. And so when people are pushing detoxes and only pushing detoxes and continually telling people that they need to detox, they aren't taking into consideration that we are depleted. And this depletion also needs to be addressed. So if you're only detoxing and working over here and you're not shifting focus or ensuring that this piece of the puzzle is getting addressed, then you're further depleting people. That's going to continue leaving imbalances, and people are not going to get past the issues that they're trying to get past, because both things need to happen. And it's hard to make both things happen, again, because they are competing mechanisms of the body. And while our body is designed to be able to build and detox at the same time, and we eat building and detoxing foods all the time together, when we're dealing with extreme things, it's really hard to detox quickly and build quickly, because it pushes the other side of the paradigm up or down. So I want to leave you with kind of an answer and a practical application of how to use this knowledge, not let it overwhelm you. And the biggest piece and takeaway I want you to have from this discussion is that when people are pushing things like detoxes, they are pushing something generic that's not specific to you. And for any given point in your health journey, you might need that, but you also might need building. And that is why we have to take a very personalized and individualized approach to helping people. Not everybody needs the same thing at the same time. Not everybody is ready, their bodies are not physically ready to do a juice fast or a juice cleanse. And everybody needs to acknowledge that they're at where they're at and their needs are different. So when you're looking at all of these people pushing detoxes over here, I want you to just remember that it might not be what you need at this point in your journey, but also you probably do need detoxing. It's such a person dependent thing on what it is you need, how aggressive you need it, when you need it, and what's going on this other side too. And that's obviously one of the best reasons to work with the practitioner, because it's really hard to know and hold this entire picture of all of these things. So I want to leave you guys with some of the signs that you do need to detox. So if you're experiencing any of these are bodily signs, your body giving you feedback that there is overload and detox is needed. So I'm going to read from a list and just listen and see if any of these go, yep, that's me. So you can consider yourself toxic if you have fatigue, swelling, especially like swelling of the eyes, any masses like cysts, fibroids, stones, or clots, edema, skin disorders, especially inflammation like eczema and acne, headaches, joint pain, and any other chronic pain, foul odor in general, be it from stool, breath, or perspiration, constipation, and that could refer to how regular you are or how quickly things are moving through your body, tissue discolorations, any tissue discolorations in the body, especially any yellow skin, anything like purple lips, brown mucus, anything that is distorted colors. Tongue coating, if you look at your tongue and you see a thick white coating or a yellow coating, that is a sign. The color of your scleras is a sign. So if you're seeing yellowish or brownish in the whites of your eyes that are supposed to be white, that is a sign. Excess mucus, and that can be in the sinuses and up here, or if you're seeing any mucus in the stool, that's absolutely a sign. Concentrated urine or conditions caused by natural chemical accumulations such as gout. So that's a pretty big list, and chances are that you raised your hand on at least a couple of them. So like I said, if you're living in this modern industrialized nation, chances are you do need to detox, but you must do it wisely. You must do it with care and consideration for where your body's at and what your body needs. In my clinical practice, I find that not everybody is in a strong enough place to do detoxing. It's a little hard on the body. It takes things, it removes them. And if you don't have a strong enough foundation, detoxing is going to leave you more depleted and feeling worse, which is what we want. We are here to make people feel better. So I want to know what questions you have about detoxing. What have you learned? What have you heard? What have you experienced? Do you have any specific questions? drop them in the comments. And I'd also love to invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel. We'll be talking about more things to help people overcome chronic symptoms and really just feel good in their bodies and in their lives and cut through the noise of all the crap that is out there on the internet, on social media, in the health space, because it is noisy, and taking in that noise doesn't help anybody. Honestly, taking in that noise is more toxins that you have to convert and deal with. So I want to give people a nice, peaceful, straightforward approach to health. And yeah, I really feel passionately about that. So join along, reach out, love to hear from you. And that's it on our detoxing talk. Enjoy.